Do you have leads that are hot that you don't realize are hot? Or do you have leads that have not gotten back to you in the past and you're not marketing to? You should be. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. So here's a lead that I had, and this one's in a Florida tax overage. And this is a guy that when he lost his property, it's actually his mother's property, and he has P of A, and she is still alive. They've paid taxes on this for years. They didn't even know they had money here. So here's what the average warrior will do, or average person I should say will do, is they'll look at a lead like this, they'll look at the mother, she's not reachable, and they discard it. Now, this lead right here is roughly, if I close on it, so I typically do a 30% commission, but I would not do this for, I would want half of this. I'd want $1,000. My minimum is typically $2,100. So this is a guy that I called a while ago, and I talked to him about the lead. He was very excited. He goes, there's actually good news from this property. Yeah, there's good news. You've got funds here. So I sent this out a few months ago, and we've not gotten the contract back signed. And in this one, it was a lot of miscommunication, and I went ahead and got a hold of him this last week. He's very excited. He's moving forward. What happened on this one in particular is there was a city lien on the property. So when I had told him about that and advised him that this came up after I notified him of the surplus, he went into panic. Then he tried to reach me, and he wasn't successful. I tried to reach him, and then the communication got lost. So in my CRM, which I showed you a couple weeks ago on how to do an effective CRM, I have one that is past leads that have, for whatever reason, the contract has not been signed. So I called this one, and it looks like there's probably about $1,800 there. So I'll get $900. So I'll do a 50-50 split. In this one, when I spoke to the guy, I asked him directly, I said, there's $1,900 there, a little less now, but there's $1,900 there. And he said, what do you charge for something like this? So I asked him, what do you think is fair? And he sighed, and I was ready to say 50%. He said, would you be willing to take half? Like, he asked me, would I be willing to take half? I'm like, wow, should I go 60 or 70%? I typically don't go over 50% on a deal like this because I do like my clients to receive something. They are trusting me. So we are going forward at 50%. And again, $1,800, we're looking at about $900 each. Now, if you got $900 to $1,000 a week, would that be a good business? That would be $52,000 a year. Could you get one of these under contract a week? And I think you could. I mean, there's plenty of leads. I've shown you in past videos how many leads are out there. There's definitely plenty of leads like this. Definitely seal this deal and get something like this under contract. So this is one where I followed up on and I sealed the deal. Okay, the second one. Okay, this is a deal that I got a couple weeks ago, and the contracts haven't been signed, and the guy's kind of gone dormant. So I called him on Friday of last week, and we spoke, and I just said, hey, this is David. I'm with JD Vista. I'm following back up with you. And he said to me, yeah, what's going on? So I said, so this deal, when I spoke to the guy, and it was on a Monday call, some of you may remember this one. He said, what is your fee here? And I said, it is 10%. And that's what the state allows us to charge. And the guy said, I don't like the fact that you're coming in at 10%. I don't like the fact that you're not giving me an option here. And I said, okay, what do you think is fair? So this guy comes back and he says to me, well, you could do 5% here. So there's almost $6,000 here. There's not quite $6,000 in this deal, $60,000. So it'd be a $6,000 payout. So I would get half of that. Now, there's a couple routes I could go. I could say, you know what? No, I only do 10%. He said, or I'll call the next company. So there's a couple things I said. First of all, I called him on his bluff. I said, would 5% seal the deal? And he said, yes, you could send me the paperwork. I'll consider 5%. Now, I did give him the spiel of what I do. I said, by the way, I want to let you know that a lot of people that try to do this on their own or use other companies end up coming back to me, or they don't get paid, which is so true. And I said, with us, we're going to get you all the paperwork that you need. We're going to assist you. We're going to help you. We're going to walk you through this process from start to finish. We will go ahead and hold your hand. If 5% will do it, we'll do it for 5%. Well, I've come up with another. He had multiple accounts, and actually this one's also a probate. So my first one was a power of attorney. This one's a probate. He had multiple accounts in there, and it's actually going to be $117,000. So that would normally be roughly about a $17,000 payout. Again, 5%. that'll be an $8,500 payout. So I have the first one I showed you, just under 1,000. This one's going to be about an $8,500. So $9,500 for following up in 1 week. Not a bad business to be in. Not a bad business to be doing. So my point here is, you get leads in your system, and for whatever reason, they have not called you back. So I've talked about in past videos the importance of electronic communication versus actual communication, and you don't want to do the electronic communication. Weekly, you should be going through your CRM. You should be communicating with past leads. Now, on this one, he did share with me when I talked to him about this, and he just said, oh, my sister has it. She's actually has a signing authority. She is filling out the forms. We are getting these back to you as we speak, and she's working on it. I said, because he said to me, he said, I just said, hey, I want to make sure so when I called him on Friday, I just said, I want to make sure that, just want to see how things are going. He goes, oh yeah, we got the paperwork. And he paused. He's that type of guy. He paused. And this is where you have to really know your script. You have to know it like the back of your hand. You have to really know what you're doing. So I said, okay, great. Do you want to, we're hoping that you want to work with us. I noticed that we haven't received it back. He goes, oh, you're getting it back. My sister has it. I sent it to her. I can get you in contact with her and her information. I'll make sure she has your information. She's filling it out and getting the notary and in the process of getting that back to you guys. So we're right in the holiday season right now. I'm going to give this one till the middle of January. And if I don't have the paperwork back, I will call again. But my point being here is, when you get a lead and it goes in your CRM, and if they don't call you back, you need to follow up on that lead. In fact, weekly on your calling. And some people ask me, and I know I've talked about this the last few times, how often should I be calling people? Daily, weekly? Well, I like to do it weekly, and I don't like to be bugging people. So I like to do it weekly. When do I stop? What does my gut tell me? I mean, I know one guy that does it 6 months. I know one guy that'll do it until literally the person says, F you, don't call me again. And then even then, he even calls in after that. So I will continue to call and these leads once a week, because literally I got a commitment of $9,500 last week. That's what you're looking at getting. So hey, I hope this video helps, and I hope it helps in really being able to get those leads that you thought was a lead and then you're not sure. Trust me, there's money in the follow-up. This is a hot lead. I really hope this helps. Do me a favor. I'm going to be doing many more videos. If you like this, hit the subscribe button down below and like my video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.